And even to add more to this is that you did some video game work for them as well on
Yes,
Sonic.
okay.
And
Mm.
so those video games, because Sonic X reached a certain amount of people, and then the video games reached a whole different bunch of people. And obviously there's crossover. But what is that like that people know your Amy Rose from video games and not even so much from Sonic X? Because I was first introduced to the video games before Sonic X came.
Yes.
And so
And that,
it's very interesting for me. And certain games, I know you were in Sonic and the Secret Rings. I think you were in the Sonic and Mario Olympics. I think I can say that. I think that one, right?
I know which one you're talking about. I'm not sure. I have to double, triple. There's some things also like I have to double, triple, and check. I'm like, well, I
But you
thought,
you were in
you know,
several of them. We can leave it at
yeah,
that.
several of them. Yes.
So what
I
was that experience like, both from being in the video games and it reaching a variety of different people as well as video game work? Because it's very different than traditional or dubbing or ADR work.
Yeah, I am like I said, I knew of Sonic first through the video games. Like that was my knowledge of it before I had auditioned for it. Um, so that was kind of cool. It was very cool to have it. The process was a little bit different because you were doing a little more prelay. So that, like now, there's been so much stuff that I've worked on that I'm used to that. But at the time, it was different. I remember having I forget which one we came in. We would have the animation was up, but you didn't have necessarily mouths because they were animating stuff to us. And I remember like a back and forth being in the studio, and one of the creators, like one of the producers from Japan, um, was giving sort of like his motivation of what it was to the translator to tell to me, and uh, he clearly liked my voice and what I was doing. And then he came out and he got down on he like did an Amy impression, but part of doing that was he got down like on his knees so he would be short and little. And then he did his best Amy voice to tell me what he wanted in the scene. And I was like, you just incorporated the part. That's fantastic. But that was fun, and it was fun to have more of that stuff over there. It's weird because it's like I at this point, I kind of am amazed, but I also take for granted because it is there are these things and they're part of the culture, and it's very strange sometimes um, to assimilate that with your everyday. Except for the fact that I have Amy Rose stuff all over my apartment too. So we'll that stays in its own section.